It's Conduit News Radio with Paul Harrell.
Ooh, you know what that sound means? It means we're going to do a little quiz, a little flashback quiz, actually. Welcome to the program. We got Mr. Kenny Wallis is on the line. Kenny, how you doing, sir?
You all right, Paul? You able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. So I wanted to ask you a few questions in this recap quiz that we're doing here. And essentially, you know, it's kind of all over the place because it's, you know, a bunch of questions that have been taken from different places. But first question, Kenny, how much did taxpayers spend in total on Arkansas Medicaid beneficiaries, both traditional and expansion, for fiscal year 2018? Was it $2.4 billion, $3.7, or $7.1 billion?
I'm just going to go with worst case scenario and just say $7.1 billion.
Okay, $7.1 billion. Well, you're probably right. I don't know, though. It's a good strategy. I can hear Joe in the other room saying, good strategy, good strategy. Okay, question 2. What was the purpose of the $275,000 that Ben E. Keith Foods in North Little Rock received from Governor Hutchinson's Quick Action Closing Fund? Was it the pave a parking lot, job training, or energy efficiency improvements?
I'm going to guess energy and efficiency improvements because that seems to be a little popular with some of these crony capitalists.
Yeah.
I know where that facility is on there by Pike, over there on, I think it's on Pike Avenue, down there in North Little Rock. So I'm going to go with efficiency improvement.
Yeah, that's more of like a Sierra Club. Yeah, I could see how you would pick that. It's like it's in vogue right now. It's really popular to you know. I don't know. They want a Green New Deal these days, so that kind of goes in line with that. Question number 3. How much did taxpayers spend in fiscal year 2018 on Medicaid expansion? The Obamacare welfare program called Arkansas Works. Was it $800 million, $1.2 billion, or $1.9 billion?
$800 million, 1.2. I'm looking at it here. 1.9 seems maybe a little bit high. I'm going to go in the middle of that one at 1.2 billion.
Going with 1.2. Okay, all right. How much did the American Taekwondo Association receive from Governor Asa Hutchinson's Quick Action Closing Fund for a new headquarters in Little Rock? Was it $25,000, $250,000, or $950,000? Kenny?
I think I remember the last time hearing about that thing. It wasn't quite, just shy of $1 million. So I'm going to go with $950,000.
$950,000. And you know what we know now is, I mean, it was kind of a precursor. I don't know what country is Taekwondo. I don't even know, Joe. What country?
Well, Korea, I believe.
Is it Korea?
I believe Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Korea is traditionally for Taekwondo.
Okay. Well, we're not cutting any deals with Korean companies yet. We're mainly doing the China thing right now, but who knows?
Well, if we do, it'll probably be North Korea. You know how we favor communists.
Number 5. Currently, what is the total number of years that a person may serve in the General Assembly in either the House or the Senate? Is it 8, 12, or 16 years?
Total of 16 years.
All right. Question number 6. After a net decrease of around 53,000 people falling off from 340,000 enrollees in 2017 to 287,000 as of June 30th, 2018, did spending on Medicaid expansion, Arkansas Works, increase or decrease?
Oh, spending increase.
Okay.
You got to pay for those bureaucrats.
Question 7. Under the proposed term limits, constitutional amendments, let's skip 7. Let's go ahead and, we'll just skip 7 because, that's not even relevant now because that's, okay, we do need to answer. It's going to affect your score. So issue 3 that was thrown off, it was a proposal. How long may the politicians serve in total in the General Assembly, House, or Senate? Was it going to be 6 years, 10 years, or 22 years?
It's going to be 10 years. Actually, I was actually part of that effort. We gathered signatures there. Even Randy Zook, the coward that used his money and power to get that thrown on the ballot, actually was sent people to harass me and some of my family to show up before the Supreme Court and testify. I actually didn't have to testify. It was just a legal bullying tactic, and they were able to throw off enough signatures, basically of one one's messed up, the other 9 on a page gets thrown out, and all kinds of other crap that gets thrown out. But yeah, it says 10 years. That's what we were trying to get down to.
All right, question number 8. May persons in the United States freely associate together and spend their money engaging in issue advocacy and other free speech? Yes, freedom of speech and freedom of association are protected by the First Amendment, or no, government can force groups to disclose members and donors of private organizations who associate together.
Well, officially, yes, although it may change in the future. But currently, as it stands, freedom of speech and freedom of association are both part of the First Amendment.
It's weird we even have to point that out in today's world, but there are people that think differently. Okay, so here's another question. Question 9. May a 501c4 nonprofit organization spend unlimited money with no financial disclosure to advocate for the election or defeat of a candidate for office? No, these nonprofits may not advocate for the election or defeat of a candidate. They may engage in issue speech and or educational speech. Or, yes, dark money is rampant and these groups can spend billions to buy up politicians.
I believe the 501c4 are only allowed to do what's called as education, voter education, or issues. As scary as the media tries to portray dark money is, I think the answer is no. They're not allowed to just forward and advance for or against the candidate. Okay.
Question number 10: how much did Arkansas state government bring in from gross tax collections for fiscal year 2018? Was it $3.5 billion, $5.8 billion, or $6.7 billion? Gross tax receipts.
I'm going to have to go with the biggest one on that one, say $6.7 billion.
Okay, $6.7 billion you say came from the taxpayers. Question 11. Because Arkansas brought in record revenue for fiscal year 2018, how much did Arkansas return to the taxpayer? Was it $27 million, $7 million, or zero?
I'm going to say zero.
Okay.
With the net tax increase.
He's going for zero. All right, question 12. Last question, Kenny. What is the tax rate on health insurance premiums in Arkansas? In other words, how much tax does Arkansas collect on the premiums it pays insurance companies, taxing taxpayer money? Is it 0.5%, 1.25%, or 2.5%?
I'm going to go with worst case scenario on that one and say 2.5%.
Going with 2.5%. Okay, Joe, go ahead and hit the button whenever you're ready, and we will process these results. And we'll see what's Kenny, you scored a 91.7%. That is an A. Let's see which question you missed. Question number 3, which was how much did taxpayers spend in fiscal year 2018 on Medicaid expansion? The Obamacare welfare program called Arkansas Works. You said $1.2 billion. In reality, the total program, notice it didn't say Arkansas taxpayers in the question, it just says taxpayers. So that means federal and state. The correct answer there is $1.2 billion.
Been worse on that
or
one
1.9. Yeah, I'm sorry, 1.9 billion. You said 1.2. So hey, what's a couple $100 million? Not a big deal. You were close.
Yeah.
So,
wall there.
Congratulations, Kenny. You have a very decent grade, a passing grade, and certainly appreciate it. What are you looking forward to? Real quick before we go, last question. Just I know you follow what goes on at the Capitol. So, what are you watching right now in terms of potential legislation? Coming down the pike.
Well, several bills have been filed. If you go to the Arkansas legislative website, you can see some of them. And I believe the internet tax has been filed again by our old buddy Dan Douglas. You can type in his name and see the bills that are filed, or you can type in bills filed in the Arkansas legislature. But he's going to try to push again for the internet tax to supposedly save mom and pop stores. Of course, he doesn't care about the city and local governments that waste their money on pet projects instead of actually fixing potholes and repairing police stations.
Yeah.
They're going to push again.
I'll say this, Kenny. I really hope they abandon the mom and pop argument. And at this point, we all know why they want the internet sales tax. It's just because they want the governments to have more money. Giving the government more money is not going to save Main Street businesses. So just come at it from the economic argument. I would respect that so much more if you said, we just don't have any money. because to me that would just be an admission that we've misspent the money that we currently have, which we have because we keep it growing welfare programs, and this is why they're coming back to the people asking for more money. I mean, that really is the bottom line to me, and if that's the way people decide to go, so be it. You know, at least the voters will know why, instead of, you know, having an argument that's not factually true. More money going to the government in the form of an internet sales tax is not going to help Main Street businesses. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
Exactly. I would like to see some special election reform. I didn't see that yet. When we get rid of these special election tax increases, and then I'd like to see self-deportation laws similar to what they passed in Alabama years ago, which, you know, requires proof of citizenship in order for things like state benefits and the role in school. I think Jan Morgan told a story about her daughter years ago having to be enrolled and having to get all the immunizations and shots and all that, whereas the illegal is just allowed to sneak in. That's the kind of, you know, they talk about the shadows. Well, the shadows are actually corrupt government bureaucrats that are looking the other way regarding illegal immigration. Of course, we can't help in the building of a wall along the border directly at the state, but we can force a lot of illegals out by doing what some states have done, which is, you know, get rid of these sanctuary cities and campuses and force the illegals out of our at least our neighborhood.
Well, certainly, I will tell you this, with what's going on at the southern border and this fight we're seeing in Washington, D.C., I certainly expect to see some sort of fight here in Arkansas about sanctuary cities, campuses, and things like that. Just to get out in front of it and be, you know, be right of bang instead of left of bang. You know, let's not wait for it to be a problem. Let's go ahead and anticipate it's going to be a problem. Kenny Wallis, it's always great to have you on, sir, and best of luck to you. And we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you.